Do you think you take too long to come? Me too. Or at least I did for a very long time. Seriously though, I would beat myself up about it. I would get stuck in my head worrying that I wasn't good at sex or I wasn't sexy enough or that I wasn't having the sexual experiences that I was supposed to be having as quickly as I was supposed to be having them. I was afraid that I would let down my partner or that he would think that I was boring and then he wouldn't want to have sex with me again. It was not good. Which was all completely counterproductive in helping me to stay present in my body and potentially reach orgasm. I set myself up for failure based on the expectations that I had of my body, which were largely based off of what I had seen in movies, media, and in porn. And the truth is that what we do see in those depictions is largely based off of the male arousal system, which is quite different than the female body's arousal system. Generally, the male body arousal timeline is they get aroused, they progressively get more aroused, they climax, and then they become unaroused quite quickly. There are tantric methods that can override this system, but in general, that's the default for most male bodies. So what we usually see in our movies and media is a heterosexual couple that follows this timeline in perfect synchronicity. They get aroused together, they build that arousal together, they climax together, and then they cuddle and are done. And this is not a realistic depiction of what would happen in most situations. The female body is much less linear in the way that it is designed to arouse, and it can take on average 20 to 40 minutes to fully arouse. 20 to 40 minutes. And yet the average length of a heterosexual sexual encounter, last time I checked, was 7 minutes, which is actually less than the time that I checked before that, which was 11. We're trending in the wrong direction, people. I really hope that 11 is more accurate. Either way, though, that means that most of us are not even halfway to fully aroused by the time the deed is done. And so it's no wonder that orgasm isn't on the menu, or we think that we're taking too long to come. When what is actually happening is our bodies are taking an incredibly normal amount of time to open up into pleasure. I had this sex mentor who is still this glorious anal kink queen, self-proclaimed slut, and mother of two, who shared that she had never had an orgasm in under 30 minutes, which was really important for me to hear. I thought that being good at sex meant that we were always ready to go, highly sensitized, and orgasms were just like coming out of us like firecrackers. I studied sex and tantra and sexological bodywork for years, trying to find this gold nugget of information on what would make me come faster, when the truth was that largely my body is just not designed to come as quickly as I want it to. Yes, some bodies are more sensitive than others and can come faster, but that doesn't mean that if you take more time that you are any less sexually functional. In Taoism, they say men are like fire. They are quick to ignite, but also quick to extinguish. Whereas women are like water. They are slow to boil, but once they are hot, they are able to retain that heat for a very long period of time, even once removed from the heat source. So instead of focusing on coming or coming more quickly and then beating yourself up, if that doesn't happen, I highly encourage you to just be patient and practical with your body. Relax and enjoy the pleasure that you are experiencing, and trust that orgasm will unfold when we give it enough time. And sometimes that is 40 minutes. I hope this information was helpful for you today. It's quite a tender subject for myself, an Everest in my own sex life. But just remember that if you are struggling in your sex life and you are looking for some support, you can always reach out to me, DM me on Instagram at @TheKendraHamilton. And remember that no matter what is happening in bed and between your legs, you are not alone.